Young Sheldon's 6-episode 19 recap. 4 questions and plot gaps in The Big Bang Theory. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like. Up as it addresses Sheldon's future, Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 19 raises additional problems and plot holes for The Big Bang Theory. Sheldon asserts his proper position as the main character of the family comedy, with just a few appearances remaining in the year. Nevertheless, the most recent Young Sheldon episode advances some narratives, some of which are more explicit than others, even if it primarily centers on the kid genius as he muses over his post-college plans. It does, however, indicate that the year is coming to a conclusion. In 2017, Young Sheldon made his debut. It was an effort by CBS to take advantage of the popularity of The Big Bang Theory even more. It served as the character's direct origin narrative at first, drawing inspiration from Sheldon's love of narrating stories from his early years spent in Texas. While the show's narrative changed over time, its initial idea gradually became outdated. With the rest of the cast receiving a lot of attention, it has evolved into more of an ensemble show. However, A New Weather Girl and Stay-at-Home Cobbler, the 19th episode of Young Sheldon Season 6, returns the focus to Sheldon, relegating the other Coopers to supporting roles. Sheldon will depart Medford in the Young Sheldon Season 6 finale, Texas, to participate in a study abroad program in Germany. Before this, he has a few more trips planned, but CBS has already prepared for them in A New Weather Girl and Stay-at-Home Cobbler. Sheldon's time in college is actually coming to an end. He will shortly graduate from East Texas Tech, even though The Big Bang Theory spin-off isn't making much of it. Sheldon starts to worry that he hasn't strengthened his postgraduate studies application enough to be admitted at Caltech right away, even though he is well ahead of everyone else. For any program that would take him over the summer in an attempt to improve his academic standing at the last minute. He even recommends that East Texas Tech make one just for him at one point. In the end, he is able to spend the summer at Heidelberg Institute in Germany thanks to the assistance of Professor Sturgis, his longtime mentor. Although Mary and George have not yet given their consent, Sheldon is obviously thrilled about it, and information regarding the Young Sheldon Season 6 finale indicates that he will eventually attend. Young Sheldon Season 6 is continuing the story that Sheldon mentioned during his time in Germany on The Big Bang Theory. There are more storyline inconsistencies between the shows, though, because the details of the trip don't match up. To begin with, this specific incident is said to have occurred when Sheldon was 15 years old. He is currently only 13 on Season 6 of Young Sheldon. Second, Sheldon told Penny that he was a visiting professor at Heidelberg Institute in Germany, not just a graduate student who enrolled in the course on the recommendation of his mentor. In addition to Sheldon, Georgie and Mandy receive a lot of attention in Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 19. Although his surprising marriage proposal hasn't resulted in any significant changes to their romance, the couple is ultimately confronted with particular issues regarding their future co-parenting plans during the outing. Mandy is determined to pursue a career as a weather girl again, although in Medford, but initially, Georgie isn't quite thrilled about it. He advises her to continue working at Mima's video store/laundromat as she has in the past, but Mandy contends that she truly wants a career and not just a job. After some reprimands from Mima, Georgie eventually agrees to support Mandy's quest. However, because Mandy has a breastfeeding issue at the end of the expedition, Young Sheldon's A New Weather Girl and Stay-at-Home Cobbler doesn't mention if she gets the job. Even if they appeared to have come to an agreement on this subject, it is still possible that this problem will still affect them in the future. It's hard to comprehend how Missy, the greatest Cooper in Young Sheldon, ends up being the least successful of Mary and George's children. However, when she had her runaway incident in Season 6, She finally received the recognition she deserved after being ignored for the majority of the year. Unfortunately, the excursion also signals the start of her rebellious era. The character is hardly mentioned in Young Sheldon Season 6, Episode 19, but it is implied that she is becoming worse in that area. Missy's remarks are notably more cutthroat and furious. She has always been sardonic, but she isn't typically this sullen. This is supported by her increasing displeasure with Sheldon. CBS has been orchestrating George and Mary's marital disintegration for years. Although they eventually confronted one another about their potential affairs in Young Sheldon Season 6, the Big Bang Theory prequel appears to have previously subtly revealed the story point. In Episode 19 of Young Sheldon Season 6, the pair not only returns to sharing a bed, but they also seem to be getting along again. Even though the two must present a united front in order to handle Missy's antics, it's strange that the Coopers now pretend that everything is fine in their relationship. Young Sheldon is now blatantly disregarding George's narrative of the cheating incident, according to Sheldon. This implies that the prequel may choose to forego it entirely and further depart from the established canon of the Big Bang Theory. In any other case, CBS might simply choose to have the plot unfold off-screen. In this manner, it may preserve the cheerful and enjoyable tone of the show. However, there were also recent hints in Young Sheldon Season 6 that George was covertly having an affair. Thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel and stay with us.